last thing I need to cover is the college education part of this. How many people know how much student loan debt they have? People say a college education isn't worth anything anymore. Or people will say a college education isn't worth what it used to be. That latter statement is true. It's worth more. Only 40% of high school graduates get any kind of college degree, 2-year or more. Only 30% get a 4-year degree. 6 out of 10 people said a college education is not a good value for the money. All these college graduates that don't have jobs, how can this be worthwhile? And yet when you look at their own situation, 9 out of 10 say the college degree was worth it. In fact, they said their investment in higher education was well worth it. Today, the premium for having a college degree is earnings that are 60% more than high school graduates. In the early 70s, the differential was 25%. So the premium for having a college degree has grown. So you're looking at a situation where a male with just a high school education earns 30% less on an inflation-adjusted basis than his counterpart 20 years ago. Now that doesn't mean everybody has to go get a 4-year degree, but some sort of post-high school education is essential if you want to stay in the middle class. I'm not even talking about getting rich, I'm saying staying in the middle class. So the value of education is you make more money, you spend less time on the unemployment line. Again, these debts can't be erased in bankruptcy court, so you have to be really careful about taking them on. So my prescription is only federal loans. If you exhaust your ability to borrow federal loans, because there are limits, you got to find a cheaper school. If you can't pay your student loans, do not hide. There are options. Fewer options for private student borrowers and many, many options for federal student loan. They have something wonderful called income-based repayment now. And what this means is if you have low income and a lot of debt, you just pay a percentage of your income toward that debt. And after 10 years, if you have a public service job, the balance is erased. Finaid.org is where you want to go for all kinds of information. If you have a kid that's getting ready to go to college, if you want to understand how federal student aid works, if you need to understand how loan works, finaid.org. Okay, that's the fire hose. Thank you for being such a patient audience. You just absorbed it, which is great.